I know it's hard. I blamed my parents for a long time. And that's an amazing feeling of entitlement. Good morning, champ. Welcome to Chief here, the professional problem solver, coming to you live for another episode of Wake and Make. We're going to talk about forgiveness, and we also going to talk about parents. I think that forgiving our parents is one of the hardest things we could do. Our society encourages us to blame them. Why is forgiveness important, and why is it critical for us to forgive our parents? Forgiveness, it's inevitable for healing from both parties. Both ends need to forgive. Parents need to forgive themselves for being bad parents, and children need to forgive their parents for being bad parents, because at some point children grow up, they become adults, and there's no excuse for not changing, for not repenting, for not healing. But it's hard. I know it's hard. I blamed my parents for a long time. And that's an amazing feeling of entitlement. That's an amazing feeling of comfort. So blaming your parents for something they didn't know, it's very unfair. Parents sometimes allow their kids to learn from the world. Kids just learn from mainstream and YouTube, and that's dangerous. That's not gambling. You will lose. Responsibility for a parent is to search for the best knowledge, for the best education. Some parents just don't take that responsibility. They don't feel like parenting is a skill. They don't feel like parenting is something they need to learn, and they just do what they know from their parents. That's a recipe for disaster. What is good parenting? What is bad parenting? It's such a sensitive area of discussion. Obviously, this video is not going to be enough, but I wanted to just encourage you to consider forgiving your parents. And let me explain to you why this is important. Don't get me wrong. We have unique experience with our parents, and I know there are some terrible, 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 terrible parents out there. I don't speak for the terrible or for the amazing parents. I speak for the average parents that are not perfect, that are far from perfect. It's really a matter of what they knew at the time. Sometimes science changes, sometimes generation change based on different factors. But I think that ultimately the average parent is always willing to sacrifice themselves to push their child to another level. Some parents are doing really their best, breaking their back. Like parents that believe that hard work is the way to do it. Make the call. Forgive your parents, because they deserve that forgiveness for the simple fact that they gave you life. Think about it. If it wasn't for them to do boom boom that night, you wouldn't be around. Who you want to be only depends on you. But give your parents the gratitude they deserve for simply giving you a chance to experience this wonderful life.